Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Path of Enlightenment Tarot. For those of you returning to the channel, welcome back. And for those of you who are new, welcome. I am Nicole. Guys, this is going to be your daily reading. It is Monday, Monday, December 18th. There we go. It'll take a second to think about that. So Monday, December 18th, I hope you guys had a fantastic weekend. Remember, this is the overall collective energy, so it may or may not resonate. You guys always place it where it fits for you. So we're just going to get straight to it. The weekly reads will be out between today and tomorrow. And then mid-December's, I'm gonna keep pumping those out as quickly as possible to you guys. Holiday season, I am not outside of the scope of craziness right now, so bear with me. They are coming, and then I'm gonna start a new series for you guys, which I'm excited about doing. All right, today, Soul Time and Prosperity is showing itself in the Sacred Geometry deck. So let's see what's going on. Soul Time. You guys could be really feeling like an abundance. It's funny because I've got this this feeling though, like there's something under the surface that's kind of brewing. And for a lot of us, it could just be one, we're in Mercury retrograde, right? Of course. And then two, we've got another full moon coming up here before long. I forget the date. And then it's the end of the year. So we have a lot of things going on around us right now, just in general, you know, and it's an end of the year feeling, right? It's trying to wrap some stuff up, trying to tie up loose ends is what Spirit is saying. So let's see, what does the collective need to know? Merkaba, which is 5, which is change, attached to our desires, our external emotions. The sacral is our ability to flow with our desires and stimulates our creative power to manifest success and abundance in our lives. And we've seen that abundance or prosperity, same to me, it's kind of a bit of the same difference there. Where this is coming to the surface right now. And again, what is it that we want our lives to look like in 2024? You know, and we're one more week till Christmas already, if you celebrate Christmas. And, you know, for all of you, though, depending on whatever holiday you celebrate, I can't talk this morning, you know, I hope your season is exactly what you need it to be and very opening for you. Merkaba, the frequency of Merkaba supports our ability to use our consciousness to traverse into other layers of reality and dimensions. It activates our access to our Akashic inheritance as well, merging the totality of our experience into our present to serve our highest purpose. What I'm going to say to that is this, and Spirit is saying that a lot of you could just be in a space right now of elevating on a soul level. And I think, you know, as we move through this year, we start to get into the, well, we've been kind of dealing with the Pluto and Aquarius movement. A lot of things are being activated within us. A lot of awakening is happening collectively for everybody. And then it's about our desires, right? Our desire of how we want our lives to look, where it is that we're moving into, what it is that our world is going to encompass for the next 20 years once Aquarius, or once Pluto moves, you know, directly into Aquarius next November. So there's a lot to be had here. And then, like, you think back to the pandemic, how much our world has changed. How much more awareness we have to so many economic issues, our personal situations. Our worlds have changed immensely. And with that, it's like, how do I find myself to stay in a well-balanced place? How do I find myself, or where do I see myself manifesting successful endeavors? Where is my creative power going? And it's kind of like Spirit saying, taking your power back. So it could be just a recollection of all of the things that have happened in the past couple of years in general, that's kind of like, you know, it's not where I wanted to be, and now we're going to make these changes. And it's emitting boundaries and holding our standards higher for ourselves as well. So let's see what else Spirit has for us, guys. Consistency and self-trust. You know, I've said it from the beginning of the year, 2023 was all about this, like, discovery of self, healing the self, caring for the self. Learning to trust yourself, learning to trust your intuition, learning to take your word as validation, take your intuition, knowing, you know, that what you feel, what you see is really what is going on. It's trusting, you know, everything within us that says, hey, you know, make a left, hey, don't do this, hey, get into that, wherever you're being intuitively led. And, you know, again, this is kind of like a reform of you. And I keep saying these re's, right? They're just coming out that way via Spirit. It is a redo of who you are, where you're going, what you're meant for. So it's a beautiful energy. Spirit's just saying, clearing out the old so that you can start anew, you know, and that's a lot of what this is about right now. consequences. Some of you could be, what I'm going to say is, when you look back at Catalyst, when you look back over the last year, what is it in your world? And for some of you, this could go back many, many, many years. What is it that you have dealt with as a result of, maybe an action or a word? Words cut deeply. Actions speak louder than those words do. What is it that has happened in your world in 2023 that says, this is why I'm requiring this change, whether it's of myself, who I'm dealing with, how I work, how I move, how I play. It becomes a very different scenario when we see the consequences of our actions coming to the forefront. And that does become our catalyst, right? We have to have these experiences in order to create that change. So it's requiring a moment or a situation or a person or an aha within you that says, wait a minute, this is who I was. This is not what I'm going to be moving forward. And for some of you, Spirit's addressing that these might be minor things, minor adjustments, maybe to daily habits, patterns, routines. For others of you, this is pivotal in which the direction your life is going to go moving forward. So very independent energy, though, I will say too. Again, asserting those boundaries, standing up for yourself, taking control of your life in the way you want it to look, and understanding that if you've dealt with consequences, good or bad, there are things you do not want to repeat, and there are things that you've seen success in, and now it's time to elaborate and establish those in a better way. So the garden and the gate with indecision. There's some hesitancy going, there's more of a concern, Spirit is saying, that how do I do this? So it's kind of like getting your creative game plan together that's going to meet your emotional, external and internal needs as well. So what is the energy? 7th chakra, Archangel Uriel comes out in the reverse now. I don't have these cards or the book for these cards. I usually don't use them. Our 7th chakra is our crown. That's trusting our intuition, being in divine flow. To me, this is highlighting the fact that there have been times, Envy, that maybe because of this decisions or the indecision or not making any movement that has led to this, got the envy and the temple path. It has probably put you on the right path or awakened you to a certain part of that path. Again, trusting our intuition, trusting that that self-trust, wherever that was, it was on the split. Having that self-trust and recognizing where, though, not trusting your intuition, not trusting your gut, not trusting your guidance is showing itself, right? And it's kind of like maybe left you out in the cold, 5 of Cups kind of energy with this envy card. It's like, and for some, you could be dealing with somebody too where Spirit is saying the grass wasn't greener on the other side. If they thought something was going to be better, you may be realizing like it's not, or they are realizing like it is not. And, that's, I'm going to call it a cause for concern, but that is a consequence to the action. But there's something happening here, I feel like recently, that it may come in very heavy, it may come in very subtle. It just depends on your situation, where you're realizing, shit, I should have trusted my intuition. I should have trusted my gut, because now I'm kind of like on the outside looking in. So 5 of Cups, 5 of Pentacles kind of energy with that. Let's clarify the 7th chakra, please, Spirit. So it's time to get your head right, get caught up with your intuition, take spiritual practice, meditation. Spirit is saying about being humble about it too. Just making those fine-tuned adjustments. There's a lot of purple here between this Ursa Minor being the consequence and then the 7th chakra. So a lot of purple, which again is our connection to our third eye, our crown chakra. It is the insight to everything, our divine guidance, our divine knowing. The 3 of Swords, the 5 of Swords. Spirit is also saying self-defeating realities. You've got the King of Wands, so Sagittarius energy there, or Leo or Aries. I lost my train of thought. The Chariot and the Emperor, Cancerian energy and Aries energy again. Learning to let go of control, guys. That King of Wands is very assertive, very dominant in a lot of ways, trying to push things forward, doing it his way, action-oriented by his way alone. Those behaviors that we have just as humans is like, if we don't feel like anything is moving, what can we do to make it move? Where can we exert control? The Chariot doesn't need to hold the reins, right? Like we've talked about this before. he just trusts that where he's going is where he's meant to be. But I also feel like with this Chariot, it's kind of at a standstill. And it's like the Emperor, very, very firmly seated, not moving, right? It's going to be on his terms, his way. There's a lot of domineering energy here. You could also see, I was just going to say, with somebody, there's the Tower, there's that Seven of Wands I talked about, showing itself, third card back, where you could be dealing with some kind of incoming communication as well from somebody, and it's like you are standing your ground. You are not, it's like take no prisoners kind of vibe, where this communication could come in and it could feel just very untrustworthy around a particular situation where you could see somebody else trying to dominate and control an outcome. This could also be a little bit of karmic balance kind of coming in and happening because there's such a profound need to control. That King of Wands, the Chariot, the Emperor, I mean, it reeks of control. Somebody could also have felt that, you know, like it's almost like they're out in the cold as well, kind of looking in and going, you know, this is what I want. And I would say to you guys, expect a little bit of a fight because, you know, communication isn't the best right now with Mercury in retrograde. Things can be a little wonky. And with that, you're going to have to kind of be prepared for, you know, the behavior of others. You may not even see it coming, but you also know that it's a matter of control. But this is also about you taking control of your own life, but trusting, self-trust, trusting that intuition, allowing that intuition to flow and guide you. So if you are finding yourself in a space where you're dealing with matters of control and trying to steer the wheel, it's like, you know, it's one of those moments where you just go, Jesus, take the wheel, God, take the wheel, Spirit, your angels, whatever you know, put your faith into. But giving up that level of control and just making movement. Again, I just keep want to say, careful of people who are taking from you. The High Priestess comes out, and I like to see her in the upright there. The Nine of Pentacles. And I said there's a lot of independent energy in the Nine of Pentacles. She's lavish, she's beautiful, she's well established on her own. Sneeze. Excuse me. Confirmation, that's been the thing since December started. Oh, thanks Spirit for that. I just said about karmic stuff too. There's that Judgment card. High Priestess, again, is the need to trust our intuition. I'm going to say, I can't help but feel like somebody feels neglected somehow or left out of something somehow here. Even with that Nine of Pentacles sitting there, yes, like they may feel like they are, they're trying to create an appearance, trying to control a situation by showing themselves to be maybe in a better position than you or something to that effect. And it's like, to me, it's also something you're very familiarized with too. But it's you needing to regain control. They could, again, very domineering energy. The Knight of Swords, they want you to chase. I'm going to say this. They want you to chase them. So whatever your situation is, and this could be in multiple areas, they want you to chase them down. They want you to be the one to kind of inflict this communication in some way. But your intuition, if you are trusting it, you've already seen this play out before. You know what to do and what not to do because you know that there's an energy of this Emperor backstabbing. You know there's an energy of them trying to defeat you. I talked about the Five of Pentacles, Five of Cups there. It shows up right there on the bottom. They want you to be left out. They want you to be left out, and you know that. So it's like you're taking control. The Sun and the Devil. I'm going to take those just like that as well. It's almost like this battle between the good and the evil. Like, I hate to say it that way, but that really is what it boils down to. With the Sun, with the High Priestess and intuition, so there could be a lot of insight coming in regards to something. You could be saying something at this time that is requiring, you know, to shed light on a particular situation, on the working constructs of something here. Devil, it's like, you know, I can't help but see him like trying to puppeteer what's happening. He's trying to control a situation, trying to narrate a situation, but all the while it's like trying to restrict you of your independence in some capacity. But I also will say to you, and the Spirit is addressing the fact that you also need to take a look at yourself. You know, are you denying yourself the right for some sort of healing? You've got the Five of Pentacles, the Four of Wands, in regards to your foundations. And the Temperance card, which is Sagittarius energy, we've got Capricorn energy here. Again, Aries, Cancer, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Again, asking yourself what requires healing and doing it the very best way that you are capable of in this very moment. Whatever this is destined to be healed. And I do feel like somebody in a situation is trying to fight that healing or trying to fight the change that is getting ready to take place. Again, someone could be dealing with some sense of karma that is letting them or making them feel like they're left out. They don't want to accept the changes and the consequences to their actions. It's making peace. If it's in regards to yourself, self-forgiveness. 110% self-forgiveness. If you're dealing with somebody else that's in this energy, it's taking back your power, taking back your control. To let them be the lesson for you so you know how to move moving forward. So, guys, that's your message for today. Very simple, very deep, but very simple. So I'm going to leave it there. Personal reads. There we go. I can't even talk. I can't even think this morning. Personal readings are open and available, and that information can be found in the description box below, as well as the About Chat section of the page. Visit me at holisticallyzenwv.com for a full list of products and services. If you guys follow me on Facebook, and if not, check out Indigo Moon WV. There's a list on the post that I'm posting this week. Those sales are not, excuse me, on the website. If you are interested in those things that are on Facebook, check me out on there. Feel free to comment, shoot me a message through the business side of that page, and I can get your stuff shipped out to you. So just a heads up on that, doing things a little differently right before the new year. We're going to switch things up again. So, all right, guys, I'm going to leave it there. I'm wishing you the very best. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.